nakubiri nga Hajati bwe yagamba tosobola lwaki asaba property nga abaana si ba haji nga haji zina abaana kumuva mu ntumbwe nga enkwaso eza haji simwe mwava abaana ate nga haji teyasayininga consenti nabagamba bantu bange bantu bange nabagamba nze mpuliriza emboozi nenjikubamu ebituli ate nnoonyereza banange DNA osobola ogifuna ina wiki banange tosobola kufuna DNA mu nnaku 2 nedda what if you pay them oli kadama America does not work like Uganda kadama eno live jesonyiwe mbadde nkusaba tapinga live Hajati yajjanga ayogera nga tasuubira mbuno haja ajja kuvaayo oba we shall hear his side of the story bantu banga abasajja bati okuswala awulira abantu bati okuswala omuntu agambye imbu ennaku 3 tosobola kufuna DNA ya mu America mu nnaku 3 yes tosobola njagala mbalageko wano ebintu ebimu nga bwe tugenda mu maaso abantu abagamba mbu haji ya nsasudde Hajati naye yasasudde Shamimu wanji Hajati naye yasasudde Shamimu wanji IVF didn't just walk in and out too and you were pregnant yes Hajati by the way bino ebintu bye njogerako everything biri mu biwandiike that's why njagala mbibasindi kire wano abuuza bannange omuna Uganda andaba haji bwabeeranga abadde mu kyalawo nga yawasa omukazi in a marriage that lasted only 1 year it ended on issues like infidelity, witchcraft, tapping alive, and you divorced, tapping alive, eh? Yes, witchcraft obwenzi obukumpanya obutaba na mpisa okuvumira mama wo and the nemufuna a separation omukazi oyo nga alina abaana botazaala noti nga tewasayininga ku second procedure nga abaana abo amazzi that DNA is not yours wandikiriza okulabirira abaana oba Hajati wandimuwadde ebintu wanji by the way another thing before Haji divorced Hajati quit the marriage by sending muganda we agende ajeyo ebintu mumuzigo Haji gwe yali yakola ki yamupangisiriza anyway nga tetuna genda mu maaso abatabadde ku abatanalaba ka video nina ebintu bye njagala mulabeko tugende mu maaso okay ka tugende mu maaso bintu ki bye na yogeddeko bye mwagalako obujulizi point 1 the elephant in the room. Why didn't Hajati sue the hospital? Question 1. Question 2. Question 2. Hajati. Question 1. Ani ya signinga consent forms eza Hajati okufuna olubuto luno olwokubiri kuba Haji yagamba he did not sign. 1 ekyokubiri Hajati sente yazijjawa kuba ye Haji agamba teyateekamu. Okay, ekyokusatu Hajati lwaki yaddayo e Kampala ate nga already yali nga obufumbo nga buganye era nga bakkirizikanyiza. By the way, njagala mbasomeremu wano. Njagala nsooke mbawe DNA results eza Haji ku baana oba nsooke mbawe Hajati nga asuwinga ka nsooke ku DNA ndowooza. Tusome Kadama nakugamba educate yourself. Please put feelings out of bullshit. Tutandise bwe tuti. Hajati has to sue the hospital. When I suing a hospital, then we shall believe her. We don't have proof inti. Ababana sibabe because abana they are mixed race babies. Tutandike. Tetulina bukakafu mbuna abaana siba Hajati katutandike according to bannange njagala omuntu waliwo bannange omuntu ayinza okujja na but anyway MB clinical laboratories ng'ennaku z'omwezi 29 October 2024, and the paternity results, paternity purpose of testing, legal use, reference Galiwango Rania Bavirie, Galiwango Ryan Kato, place of sample, this BN Kampala according to the order of bichi that is DNA to clarify whether Galiwango Hamuza is the biological father of the twins. Katika mbawe conclusive gundi inti as compared to an untested random man in the African population. Consequently, it is obviously impossible that Galiwango Hamuza is the biological father of Galiwango Ryan Kato. Okay? 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 That is the DNA that eya Kato kambaletere eya babirie nayo egamba bwet. Anyway eyo that is for Kato. Kakati that was on which date? The date is October 2024. Okay? And katugende mumaso wano. Mbajjukiza inti Hajati yakwata ekkubo n'asuwinga Haji. Hajati yakwata ekkubo n'asuwinga Haji nga ayagala ebintu. Okusuwinga Haji at that point Haji yali tanaba ku divorcinga Hajati. Yali asuwinze nga ayagala Haji amuwe ebintu era nga kiwandiiko kye kikino wano. Kabega bogezi and Bukenya advocates. Eranga egamba bweti nga ennaku z'omwezi 24 June 2025 nga bawandikidde Mwami Hamuza Galiwango nga bamugamba bino ebigambo. Demand bannange saagala gundi ya musajja okay bajirabe enamba egamba we act for Shamim. Wait, I put a kapapula on his number. We act for Shamim Namure, our client, on whose behalf we wish to address you. It is within our knowledge that our client gave birth to twins arising out of IVF process. IVF process. I don't want to. Okay. It is within our knowledge that our client gave birth to twins arising out of IVF process that was initiated by you. You have since denied our client access to the matrimonial home, put the same for the sale, and abandoned our client alongside the twins who were as a result of IVF process indicated in the what? Initiated and consented by yourself. That while staying with our client in a rented apartment at Rubowa, you did acquire matrimonial home in Birongo Chigo, gave the same to our client and twin children, where they stayed until September 2024 when you lured them out of the same and took them to an apartment. Claiming that you were going to renovate the house and put pavers in the compound. Our client and the twin children had at that time stayed in the said matrimonial home for a year. That 1 month after shifting to the apartment, you did lure our client and the twins into going to the United States for a holiday for 1 month, and upon them returning to Uganda in November, you cut off communication with our client and through security guards denied her access to the matrimonial home. During the course of the marriage, you and our client acquired other properties, among which include 2 pieces of land comprised in Chadondo block blah blah blah, and 2 Shaham Educational Services Limited in Machindi, which you later sold off to a third party and invested the proceedings in your other businesses without the knowledge and consent of our client. Tugende mu maaso kati bino Hajati nga yasuwingani Haji munange. Please remember, Haji sued Hajati sued Haji before Haji did anything. Kakati yao tujja eno Haji munange naye naddamu ebigambo bye bino tapping live Haji era it is dated Reply to demand notice dated 24th of June as referenced. The above subject refers we act and for on behalf of our client Galiwango Hamuza, on whose instructions we address you as here under. Kanoka nkabajireko. One, without prejudice. No, wait. Okay. Without prejudice, the contents of your demand notice are noted. However, please note, it is well within your knowledge that 1, it was a condition precedent that you get pregnant, before our client marries you. I think I mentioned that. However, upon seeking medical advice, you were advised that conceiving normally was difficult due to age. Hence, we agreed to conduct an IVF at your age. So they agreed to conduct an IVF. By the way, Hajat is 40 now. At that point, I think Hajat was around 38. Okay? At that point, Hajat was 38. At that point, 2, our client consented to the IVF process and funded its conduct in India. And upon your return to Uganda, you assured him that you were pregnant. But after conducting a pregnancy test at SARS Clinic Rweza, it revealed otherwise. Whereupon you claimed you have gone back to India alone at your own cost to conduct another IVF. Tugende mu maaso. Tugende IVF, alleging that you had instructed the hospital to preserve the semen of our client and it was one that was to be used. You later returned to Uganda and assured our client that you were pregnant for him with twins, well knowing that he was not the biological father of those twins. Okay? Tuchagendera ddala mu maaso bino biwandiiko bya kooti. Yes. And wait. That although our client initially believed your allegations and were the basis upon which he married you and he appears on the birth certificates of your twins, he was suspicious of your actions and he conducted a DNA test with MBN Clinical Lab, which confirmed the suspicions that the children were indeed not his. The following results of the DNA. Our client realized that you had obtained marriage with him by deceit, since the pregnancy, the basis of which he had agreed upon to marry you, was not his. He realized that the marriage had irretrievably broken down and a nullity, and you pleaded with him to send you away with dignity to avoid the backlash with both your families, an idea which he agreed to as well as a well-behaved Muslim man. You made one final request that that he accompanies you to USA to take charge of one of the twins on the plane while you would take care of the other, since you were not allowed to travel with both babies on a flight as a sole attendant. He paid for his ticket costs through your travel agent, Mr. Sam Sebagala, while you paid for yours and for the twins. Tugende mumaso. You were also aware that throughout your stay with our client, you used to stay in rented premises. First of Med Estates, Lubowa, then Chizito Estates at Lubowa, then at Chigo Birungo Estate, and lastly L&C Unique Properties 2000 Limited Chigo, which you later deserted at your own peril and stole all his household properties. To that end, your allegations of him giving you a matrimonial home, Birungo, are unfounded. Inti hajati tebamuwanga ko nyumba yalinga apangisa nga bamuteeka mu mpangiso, wabula waliwo ennyumba Haji gye yali yamuteekamu n'amugamba mbuno agimuwadde n'abaana. Hajati ye mwennyini yagiddukamu n'abbamu ebintu byonna ng'akozesa muganda we Bashiri. We are talking about the properties now. Nalukwago Mizi agambye that's a typed document. Okay, it is also a typed document, please. So how sure are we that ebipapula bya Hajati nabyo tebiri just typed? Toyogera wano bintu bya kisiru. Kadama tapinga tugende mu maaso. That our client had strived to set up a business for you, and he invested heavily to make his dream of having a school a reality. However, as of 18th of January 2023, you showed no interest in running Shamim Educational Services, whereupon you jointly consented to have it taken over by Mrs. Madina Nalubega, proceeds of which you later solely used to take care of your other children that you had in your first marriage, and the other sent to your family in Imbarara. Tugende mu maaso. That out of love and affection, and on basis that he was the father of the twins, our client registered you on certificate of title, land comprised in Chebando blah blah, for setting up a matrimonial home for you, only to realize that you had procured marriage with him through deceit. Our client denies ever giving you land comprised in Chadondo Birungo, since he has never owned one. Tugenda maso. As for Marina Junior School, please note that the entity has its own known shareholders by law. The purpose of this letter is to let you know that marriage obtained by deceit is no marriage at all, at law, and be further informed that marriage is no longer a gate pass to acquisition of wealth, since proof of your contribution to the alleged properties is key. Our client is therefore prepared to take all the necessary legal steps to defend himself against your unfounded claims, and we have also been instructed to file a counterclaim against your intended suit and demand the following: nullification of the purported marriage between you and our client, refund all the wedding expenses that were incurred by our client, refund all the expenses spent by our client on your twins until that time he realized he's not their father. General damages and emotional stress caused by our client by your deceitful actions. Okay, cancellation of names from the birth certificate, from the certificates of title comprising Chebandu. You are informed that our client will not heed to your demands and we are ready to defend him should you opt to seek court redress. Nebasako omukono abo beba lawyer be babo kakati gwe kasode agamba mbuno nimba. This even has all stamps and everything. Here we go. I don't speak out of no point. Here we go. So, yes, honey?
Are you the one who drop this flower?
Not me. So, nabagambyeko obufumbo buno ba fumbiriganwa era it is here. Is here. That is Hajati Wafe Eranga. This is marriage certificate to Supreme Council and it was on 1st of December 2022. Here is the marriage certificate. I want to also bring you notice ya Haji nga divorcing Hajati Jataba Wade. This is the ID where Hajati was working at the Forex Bureau. It is here. It is here. That is her ID over here. There you go. And also, ladies and gentlemen, here are the kids. They are not mixed race babies. The kids are not Indian, like she alleges. The kids Musai Mutabike Baba. No, this is the boy and this is the girl. This is the boy and this is the girl. This is the boy and this is the girl. The kids are mixed race. Abana sibayindi nga webalimba abantu. Mbwera omwana omu afanana omu Malaysia omulala muyindi. Abana babano abana bachotala. They are very very beautiful babies. Okay, and Hajati waliwo abagambye lwaki Haji yakozeseza gwe Senga acid yenze abuuza lwaki Hajati yakozesa Zubeda. Actually abana bayindi, that is the truth. Abana they are a mixed race of omuyindi and omudugavu. Now waliwo omuntu abuziza inti abana lwaki Haji teyakebera bana one banange abana bano musayi olabanga beru si beru. Mama wa Haji yagamba Haji nawe wali mweru nga okyali muto. But as time went, actually if you're asking why Haji did a DNA, I want to ask Hajati weyazala bana abana. If she did not see, if she saw anything was yete yalaba mbuno bana abana wanji lero nvuddeko ku side ey'omukyala bakyala bannanga abandaba tetugenda kuba wolereza nga waliwo agambye imbu abaana teba nsuwinge nga ndese abaana because Hajati yaleta ekifaananyi ekifu eky'abaana. Hajati yaleta ekifaananyi ekifu eky'abaana ne bateekawo abaana abaki era n'agamba omwana omu mu Malaysian omwana omulala muyindi, right? Why did she bring the wrong picture? I brought the picture only and only to show you that the kids are a mixed race of omuyindi n'omudugavu. Okay? Yefe tubuuza enkwaso zebako Hajati amazzi ge yazaalamu abaana yagajjawa? Hajati amazzi ge yazaalamu abaana yagajjawa? Ekirala, Hajati yava mu maka ga Haji nga Haji tannaba kugamugobamu oba? Ekyo nakyo akigamba abantu. Yava mu maka ga Haji nga Haji tannaba mugobamu oba? Ekirala yenze abuuza, Hajati ani yakusayiningira consent eya taata? Did you go in as a sole parent? Wanji, did you go in as a sole parent? If yes, omusajja ovunaana waaki? Lwaki oyagala omusajja alabirira abaana batazaala okuva mu mazige oba batasayingira? Because clearly, like you have seen in his lawyers, the man said he did not pay a penny. Okay? He did not pay a penny for the second IVF. He says he paid for the first IVF. Waliwo ababuuza nti Hajati agamba DNA siye. Well, I'm not saying that abana, I'm here. I'm not saying that abana bahajat. No, because I don't have proof that abana babe. Or I don't have proof that abana sibabe. I am asking if abana siba hajat, but abana legally bahajat because hajati yaba signingira. Legally, biologically maybe no, but legally yes, because yaba signingira. Haji abana sibabe because legally te yaba signingira, biologically sibabe. Okay? Naye, why did Haji agree to have an IVF in the first place? Two reasons. One, emyaka, and two, bali bagala abalongo. Okay? One age, because at that point Hajati was 38 years of age. Waliwo omuntu agambye mbuno omukazi at 38 years abeera achazaala. That is 100% true. Omukazi at 38 abeera achazaala. But unless you are actually stupid, unless you are actually not educated, unless you don't want to educate yourself, we all know that fertility rates of women go lower after 35, unless you are stupid and you don't know that. But I'm telling you that fertility rates of women, they reduce as we after 35. That is why we are even considered high risk pregnancies after 35. Okay? So I know some of these things, they need comprehension, or kunonyereza, of which a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have a sense of comprehension. After 35, our fertility rates as women, they go down. That is why omukazi bwafuna olubuto after 35 obeera ku high risk. Tukyagendera ddala maaso. Okay? Ababuuziza Haji lwaki? By the way, Hajati lwaki yalimba abantu nti bagenda ku vacation Haji bwe yamulekaayo n'atuuka n'amwefuulira? Wanji? Senga, what about the issue of a vasectomy? The issue of a vasectomy. I am reliably informed that Haji did not do a vasectomy because Haji already has 13 kids. So, if she has proof that Haji did a vasectomy, please adje at proving that Haji did a vasectomy, because Haji says he has never done a vasectomy. But then also, realistically speaking, why would a man that has done a vasectomy ask you to give him babies. Because what? Or woman you? Because what? We saw a document with proof of vasectomy reversal. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so if they reverse the... By the way, I want everybody to know. Haji okusaba abana. It is okay. After all, omukazi naye asabe ebintu. Haji okola an IVF. It's okay. Because there is no... It's not illegal to do an IVF. However... lying that Haji consented to the second IVF, that's not okay because there is no proof that actually he did. So Haji has a right to say no because those kids are not his, not biologically and not legally. But those kids are for Hajati, at least legally. Okay? At least legally. Ebyokugamba Haji yansaba abaana yabakusaba musango wangi Haji yakusaba abaana musango si musango Haji nakola IVF musango nedda. What is the musango? That Haji abandoned you and the kids. But Haji is saying, I did not abandon you and the kids. One, you left the matrimonial home. By the way, Kamba someremu divorce ya Haji. And the grounds for divorce.
Tapping screen gwe kadama tulaba kuba olugalo gikwate musiya nnyoko siya jjajjaawe no live sigo wagikoze. Bato genda tapping screen genda kuya nnyoko. Tap.
Divorce. Tujisome. Okay? Divorce gamba bwet. Heading ngaba juandikide Hajati eranga egamba notification of talaka -divorce. Hamuza Galiwango do hereby notify you of the end of our marriage. Of the end of our marriage, which we commenced on 1st of December 2002 at Old Kampala Mosque. This is to formally inform you of my decision to end this marriage. We have lived separately for 8 months since 27th of October 2024 after you deserted our home. Hence, that accounts for Ida period. We have not given birth to any biological children between us during this marriage. The reasons for this divorce are irreconcilable differences, details of which I prefer to keep private at this moment. I believe this is in the best interest of both parties to dissolve this marriage, and hence, after careful consideration and reflection, I have decided to pronounce talak, divorce, according to Islamic Sharia law. You are free to get married to any man, to any other person of your choice. Nasako omukono Hamza Galiwango nga kuliko never witness. Okay? Eranga mbategeeza bino ebigambo nti this is on 14th of July. Please note that Hajati yasuinga Haj in June before Haj even divorced her. tugende mu maaso. Abagamba mbu James alina kyagamba senga ntuuso okutuuza abo nabo tebatusumbwa. Yenza abuuza Hajati okusuwinga Haji obutalabirira baana batazaala batasayiningira abatali babe mukwano lwaki tosuwinga ddwaliro eryakuwa abaana botazaala n'omusajja batazaala. Yenza abuuza mutapinge live eno ekirala abantu mwenna abagala okuagiwinga case eno, please send your request. Please make sure olina obwongo. Please make sure olina obwongo. The reasons why Hajati and Haji had an IVF is not the point here. Is not the point here. No. The point is bazaala abaana nga bakozeseza IVF, and the answer is nedda tebazaala abaana. Haji tazaalangako baana using IVF, wabula Hajati yazaala abaana using IVF. Tugendera ddala maaso.
Senga, how are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my darling. Kuliko omwaka.
Banne omwaka twagumazeeko tegwabadde mwangu.
Ensonga ezigenda mu maaso involvinga Hajati munno oziwulidde.
Senga nziwulidde nze nno nasoose kubeera ttiimu Hajati. Kati bw'otunnyonnyodde nnyo obwongo ne bukyuka ebituli ne tubiraba. Senga okimanyi mu interview waliwo Zubeda we yamubuuzizza lwaki tetusuuyinga ddwaliro, lwaki tewasuuyinga oba ddwaliro, something like that. Senga omukazi ekibuuzo ekyo yakyebalamye nnyo n'agamba simanyi baakubaye essimu. Ddwaliro Haji si azaala abaana. Lwaki oyagala Haji asasulira abaana ng'ate eddwaliro eryakuwa abaana lisobola okukola ki? Okugira ate Senga twongereko Senga bakabega advocates obamanyi. Mbamanyi mu they are very very expensive, very expensive. Senga lwaki oyo omukazi teyakozesa bakabega bennyini ne basuwinga eddwaliro kubaze sente nyingi. Waliwo omuntu eyankubiddeko. By the way, mbabuulire okujjako nga oli kadama okusuwinga eryo eddwaliro, any lawyer can take up that case for free if it's true, because abeera amanyi at the end of the day the pay is big. Era Hajati nga ompuliriza njagala okkiriza embunno tewaliiwo muntu yakuwa lawyer ow'obwereere n'omugaana kubanga omuntu oyo mulina na mukazi munno bakuwa lawyer ow'obwereere osuwinge hospital wagaana. Ekirala Hajati wagambye you are a single mother, tolina na kyolya, oyina MP akuzina ennaku zino ate nga oyo MP lawyer. Owulira ate nga yakuwaga wange. Yes, yakuwa n'amagezi ago sijja kumwogera linnya naye omumanyi. Mwabadde naye wano nga birthday ya Hajati ka njirabe wano ya mu December like a week back. Mwabadde ne ku party. Owulira wait. Hajati mwabadde ne ku party mwabadde ne kupate nga musala keke ne bakuwa ebimuli ne bakuwa emmotoka. Owulira lwaki lawyer takuyambako ne musuwinga eddwaliro because the pay is much, the compensation is big from the hospital. Watwesiba ku musajja gwe mwayawukana atazaala baana. Senga nekano koko katutanga kadama mpuliriza because Hajati knows mu mutima gwembu no, the hospital has no case.
Yasayininga ng'ategeera.
Yasayininga ng'ategeera. Wetubuliza ne kirala Hajati. Amazzi agazaala abaana wagajja wakubasiga Haji. Ekirala Kadama ndaba wano.
Bureau, Senga amazzi gava ku Forex Bureau.
Kadama andaba wano leka nkusomese bino ebigambo. Mubuuze buli muntu eyakola IVF. Mu bigambo bya Hajati ebyasooka yatugamba abantu ba IVF eri eyasooka bamugamba. If it does not work out abeera aweddeyo wakusasula sente endala bwaba ayagala a second procedure. Yakyogera oba nedda?
Yakyogera.
Thank you. Kakati according to Haji Haji agamba teyasasulira procedure eddako. Era Hajati yatugamba nti okuddayo yaddayo yekka bwannamunigina. Yes or no?
Yes.
Haji yantegezezaako bino ebigambo. Teyasasulira storage ey'enkwaso.
Okay.
Teyasasulira ki? Storage eya embryos. Yefe ababuuza Hajati wasasulira storage because ye Haji agamba he did not. If they stored them, did they have consent ya Haji? Ekirala Hajati ngaddayo tukozesa obwongo. Hajati ngaddayo okumukola eyo second procedure nga talina Haji yagendayo yenga ye as a sole parent nkyabula akuuta oba
era nga single mother we yagambye nti yakulira ba single mother
bwabeera nga yaddayo as a single mother. Spams ezo tezaali za Haji kiriyale zaali zaani. Because Haji did not even sign. He was not even at the hospital. Am I making sense, Kadama?
Yes, Senga.
Waliwo omuntu agambye mbu bastoringa spams oba embryos for 6 months. Oli musiru, oli mazi, oli Kadama. Olina okusasula every moment, every night those spams stay at an IVF hospital. You gotta pay, bitch. That is why it's not afforded by the poor. Tugende mu maaso.
Genda maaso Senga mamirira.
Tuwulira.
It's not afforded by the poor. Owulira? Ekirala njagala buli muntu ali wano tega amatu. Submission yange. It is possible that Hajati bamwa amaji embryos blelelele etc. Ebitali bibye. It's possible. However, that would be one unexpensive mistake. It would be a special mistake because abana. What is the probability inti they did a perfect mistake? Never kuwa Hajati. All of us know that abaana ababayindi n'abaddugavu abasinga bavaayo nga baddugavu. That's what you expected, that abaana bajja kuvaayo nga baddugavu omusajja omunnyonnyole about enviiri ez'amasadde oba ez'omunyereri. Owulira? Ekirala ani yasayininga nga nanyini mazzi because Haji did not. Wanji? Ekirala, I want everybody to know I don't say mistakes don't happen. Mistakes happen, that's why even hospitals have lawyers. Those mistakes happen, that's why you need to sue that hospital. Those mistakes happen. That's why they let you sign consent forms. But lastly, those mistakes happen. But I want you to know that an IVF hospital is a thorough place because IVF takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of okwegendereza. It takes a lot of everything a person can have. Okay? Chidala, why did you lie to the man that you are pregnant the first IVF and when he took you, you were not pregnant? Why did you lie the first time? Ekirala Hajati nga ojja mu mawulire, what did you expect to achieve?
Kakati senga ne kano katunule muwatya ngaja titeyaddayo India nga yagenda ku Forex Bureau olubuto ne bateeka mu luti naye ate terwandibadde
Tete tumanyi.
Ate senga nina n'ekibuuzo ekirala. Omukyala yazze n'atugamba omwana teyasala na keeki ku birthday. Senga abo abaana baba balina obutabo bwa America, yes or no?
Babulina.
Senga omwana waabo n'abona atya atuuke nga you cannot even afford emitwalo 5 egigula keeki.
Hajati bamubuuza.
Mulindeeko abaana muzadde waabwe mu America.
Babazalira
mu America.
Trump bw'ataabagaane genda mu maaso.
Byali byadda Trump nga tannajja ya back.
Process
Ekirala ka mbuuze Hajati, lwaki tewagamba bantu mbuno obufumbo bwalina issues nga ogenda mu America?
ate n'ekirala
Walimba abantu nti obufumbo bwammwe bwaggwawo because of the DNA.
N'ekirala yatulimba nti bamudivorcingira ku email, bamusindikira ka email.
Thank you.
Ate ebintu birabyawo ngo bitulaga nga bituufu, divorce yaliyo entuufu.
Yes. Ayinza okubeera nga ekiwandiiko ekya divorce nga bakimusindikira mu
Senga
nedda yasoma ka message yagamba kaali ka message ku WhatsApp.
Eka email senga lindako waliwo agambye mbu Zubeda yagamba omukazi teyajja ku exposinga Haji, yajja ku exposinga ddwaliro. Kaakati mutubuulire eddwaliro yabagamba ddwaliro kiri yagendamu.
Lwaki teyasuwinga hospital?
Yeah, nange kinali ninze nga twagala tusonde.
Lwaki banyize nga the man is giving his side of the story. Owulira? Because ensi yonna did not even look at the hospital. Ensi yonna yali egamba abasajja abafere, kale abasajja babi, omusajja nakola ebintu bwebiti nakuleka nga oli stuck. What was her intention?
Ate n'ekirala yatugamba
linnya lya ddwaliro balooyo omusango bagenda gwe wanga tewali aguba wadde twagala linnya lya
Lwaki yagamba abaana be tebasala birthday keeki ate nga kambuuze Hajati mbozi ze ziri ezasooka yabanyumirizaako ebya properties Haji ze yamukolera
yabyogedde.
Thank you. Lwaki yabyogedde nga maze okubyogerako? Hajati yanyonyodde abantu nti Haji already had abakyala babiri bakyali nabo era Haji alina abaana 13. Wanji?
No.
Hajati yabanyonyoddeko mbuno Haji okugenda naye mu America okutwala abaana finally inti Hajati yamusaba amuwerekereko because airline yali tosobola mukirizo kutambula ne lap babies.
Ekyo teyakitugamba.
Kibagamba oba nedda?
Nedda. Ate n'ekirala mulimba nnyo.
Yabagambyeko mbuno abaana abo okugenda okutuuka like everything you know nti blah 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 okugenda yabagambyeko mbuno yesasulira tickets oba nedda? Ya kibagambako before oba nedda? Why did she lie that they went for a vacation with Hajj? Remember, yagambye yasoka natulimba bagenda ku vacation ne bamusibirayo n'alyoka azaala. But I told you yasaba omusajja yagala kuzaalira mu America. I mean, yeah. Ekyo kyo nakyo yalimba. Point 2. Lwaki okuddayo era yalimba abantu mbuno yali vacation? That's what she lied about.
Senga kati ekirimbo kyandiba understandable nti yeekubira paasa eno ku American Embassy kuleka gamba nti yali azze kuzaala. Ekyo tuyinza okugamba nti yakozesezza vacation ne tutamujajingirawo nnyo.
Okay, kale. Ekirala. Hajati. Obufumbo nga buweddewo nga bafunye issues irreconcilable differences Haji nga abeera wabakazi be balala naye nga ali eno obufumbo nga buganye nalabyeko abantu abadde bagamba bannange omusajja nakukyawa ne mufuna issues ate nakuwerekerako okutwala bana bannange abantu abandaba not every break up calls for okwefumita ebyambe. And please note at that point omusajja yali akyali naye suubi mbuna abaana babe.
Yes.
At that point omusajja yali akyali naye suubi mbuna abaana babe. Era nga Hajati amugambye obutanjogezako mu bantu okunsekerera leka ngende mu America ntandika obulamu. Owulira ono namugamba okay. You know, and abaana Haji yali akyamanyi mbuna abaana babe. Haji olw'obwenzo obwaliwo bwali bugenda mu maaso n'abayindi aba forex bureau kati amagezi nga gazendoza nga n'eddogo lifuluse agamba ate nga ne family emusonzeemu omumwa agamba katukole DNA ku baana. Owulira? Omukazi naye nga munanga akkirizanga bakola ki a DNA. Omukyala bakwata nkubo bajja omusajja bwe yamusindikira DNA munaku 2 naye namusindikira namugamba nanga abaana si bange. Hajati n'atuma muganda we Bashiru n'agenda mu nyumba Haji gye yali yafunira Hajati n'abaana ne bajjamu buli kintu Haji kye yagulira mwaga amaka. Why?
Kuba bamanya byonoonese eddogo lifuluse.
Thank you. So bannange emboozi bannange buli mboozi tugiwenga amatu 2. Tujiwenga amatu 2. Yenze abuuza bannange Haji abantu abanonya justice ey'abaana Haji muba mujjemu sibabe teyabasayiningira ate sibabe biologically muyambe omukyala okusuwinga hospital.
Senga yongerako ne kano senga waliwo kadama bali mu kugamba nti tebazze ku exposinga Haji bazze ku exposinga ddwaliro. Senga omuntu wa exposing eddwaliro ayogera ng'oyo omukyala bwe yayogedde.
Omuntu exposinga eddwaliro nga toyogedde na linnya lya musajja abaana okumukyayira ku simu okumukola bulabula no.
Nti yabalekera na kyakulya biki bye yayogera byonna.
Awo yandigambye nti eddwaliro lyanzitira n'obufumbo naye nga pointi zonna zandibadde zikwata ebyalabya mu ddwaliro.
Yes.
Olaba yakulembezanga kimu nti no family ye wakabaana babakiri.
Senga obwalooya wabusomera mu ssomero ki?
I can tell a liar 1,000 miles away. Oyo mukazi yatula nayogeremu. I was with Queen. Nemuwuliriza, and in the middle of the story I told Queen I don't even want to finish. She's lying. I stopped them.
Bane mushayalingire Zubeda.
Nali nyingidde Senga.
Nichondoza Haji ne munonya ne mufuna.
Senga nsonyiwa nakunyiyigira okusooka.
Kwamanyi.
Nawe no nice wekola ebintu ntuwenyizanyiza bintu bitakwata kati Hajati yali mwana wa nnyoko yali mukazi
ono afaaki n'omukyala.
Kyokka kankubuuze wakajja wano mulundi gumu nga twogera ku nsonga ez'enjawulo oba gwe takimanyi nti tukolera bantu kyeno koti yaba
wabwe njogedde
mukwano twagala osigale mu kunyiiga mwenyizanyiza nnyo ebintu ebyekyana ekito.
Hajati nazze ne njogera party eya Haji nga simentioninze manyage. What made you so angry that you actually came and started exposing him using his exact names? You were triggered. You were triggered. Hey.
Hajati mumugambe
haja kuzina atenga oyo haji munnamateeka lwaki takuyambako okusuwinga hospital.
Kakati Senga nze mbadde nsaba Hajati awanike nga tonnatuleetera wano ngumba z'abajjajja bajjajjaabe ave ku media.
Nenyongerezako bino ebigambo.
Senga beera
nenyongerezako bino ebigambo. Hajati nga oyogera haji nakusulira abaana era temulina nakyakulya era bula bula bula. You didn't talk about your 4 kids, did she?
Yayogerako
yayogera nti yazaalako
yazaala ewasooka.
Baliriddawa?
Ndowooza bali ba taata waabwe kuba
abaana abo balina taata waabwe omusajja abaana yabatwala. The man is a very very honorable man. I don't even want to mention his name.
Senga oyo omukazi ajje wano atubuulire gye bajja bahonalebo meni.
Byatuukawala nnyo abaana babeera ne taata waabwe owulira era musajja walinnya ate wa kitiibwa ate wa ssente
wa mukisa kwebyo.
Abantu abagamba bannange mukyalo ono alina omukisa ogw'abasajja abalina ssente. Mukyalo oyo muwala mulungi, all of you can see, but where are the men? Wanji, where are the men? Era gwe akaaba abaana bo tebasaze na keeki. Hajati nga gwe wasaze keeki.
Oba Zubeda ye yagiguze Senga.
Nga gwe wasaze keeki. Hajati nga gwe wasaze keeki.
Hajati yandibadde akulembeza kusuwinga ddwaliro si mwami.
Hajati lwaki okulembeza okusuwinga omwami nga ensobi entuufu ya ddwaliro?
Ya ddwaliro ate bandifunye na ssente nnyingi nnyo.
Wanju obusente bwa Haji bw'oyagala okutwala owulira bw'oyagala obufumbo bwa Haji obukunyiziza ennyo obukutrigarinze obusente bwe bw'oyagala mutwalako bw'ataakuwa by the way. Lwaki tosuwinga eddwaliro nofuna ssente ezirabirira abaana abatali nno baabo nga ggwe mbogamba? Wanji
ate Senga era oyo Hajati atuleetera ebipapula ebiraga nti Haji yasala enseke.
Mbu yabireese.
Mbu nga biraga nti yasala enseke.
Mbu
ebyo byakunasa. Nannyini nseke yagambye azirina.
Nannyini nseke alina abaana 10
n'abasatu. 13.
Naye Katonda yamuwa ebyana ebirungi Hajati. Ebyo bibiri.
Abaana
Senga era kino kikkaatirize nti era kale wadde eddwaliro lyakola ensobi mbu muyindi na muddugavu be baali bagenzeeyo era
that is why I said if it's a mistake it's a calculated mistake.
Exactly.
Manye ebyana bifaanana nga bano ab'e Venezuela.
Mukwano abaana if that woman it was just a career abaana tebandi badde bakyotala abaana bakyotala. Waliwo abagambye mbu she's lucky that our main account is off. Mukwano ensonga ngenda kugibeerako otuusa nga main account ekomyewo.
Mazima Senga weetuli obujulizi tugenda bunoonyeza ddala. Ba student tugenda kugura
n'abawa interview naye Zubeda yamubuuzanga ekibuuzo lwaki tewasuwinga ddwaliro lwaki tetusuwinga ddwaliro ng'akyebalama
madamu mubuuze abaana abo claiming over omutwalo owulira
iye
hajati kiki ekyamuza Uganda ng'obufumbo already buweddeko
ng'agenze kaayanira bya bugagga
ng'agenze kukaayanira bya bugagga bannange Kadaama zino ensonga zaffe si za mulongo babiri ensonga za bwongo ensonga si nti mulongo ne bandoge kikulu kutyo nedda
Senga sidi waliwo ababadde bawaka n'ennyombu dyeni osobola ogifunira mu lunaku olwo musenga mbadde njagala kutangazaako kantu ka dyeni Senga obadde okimanyi wano mu Amerika we bakugirako omusaayi si we bagukeberera tewaliwo labalatole yennyini ekugirako omusaayi ogenda mba agenti bu kiriniki obutini ne bakugirako omusaayi ne bagusindika mu labalatole
ekitono ennyo ate ne kirala hajati bambi alina sente because I'm assuming yajja n'abaana Abamerika naye ye nga munnauganda kirala sisuubira mbu bannange osobola okufuna DNA mu nnaku 3 ekitono ennyo nnaku nga 7
iye Senga waliwo agambye mbu you can get it the following day. Tulageyo ng'ogijjiddeko wakuba woogijjirako siwe bakeberera omusaayi. Bino bye bagamba nti Google Senga bino ng'obadde ku emergency nga it's emergency ng'oli mu ddwaliro lyennyini. Katogenda gamba mbu Hajati yagenda ku emergency ajjeko DNA emergency yaki.
Zaina, I'm 100% sure omuntu akugambye Google Kadaama nenga asobola okuwandiika oluzungu.
Kati Senga, thank you so much. Ono agambye the hospital has labs. Tosobola genda ku hospital nga si emergency kujjako musaayi. It cannot happen. Senga bano abantu tebamanyi na hospital kyeki hospital inagenda nga bakurifarinzeeyo oba nga waliwo emergency.
Zaina inze go binyonyola mbimanyi nnyonnyola Kadaama.
Kadaama tajja bitegera
ate n'ekirala abantu abatulaba ensonga eriwo Haji bannange Haji nga muganda wo gwe andaba wandi mu supporting nze okulabirira abo abaana please answer me.
No Senga a big no.
Haji nga muganda wo wandi kunkiriza awe Hajati ebintu if yes under what grounds? Please.
Naye Senga kambuuze ono omukyala lwe yagenda ogenda India omulundo gwo.
Please where is a request otuwe ensonga.
Senga kanyongere ku kyadyeni Senga nze naliko non-medical driver abatambuza lino eddagala abatambuza emisaayi abatambuza Senga nkiddamu nti nga bw'olaba cop lab tuyina bugundi bungi bu clinic bungi obwa cop gundi lab Senga tewali ka clinic ka cop lab kakebera musaayi era gonna tugucollectinga ne gutugutwala ku main lab tebakkirizayo muntu kujja kumujjako musaayi balina kubanga bagujjeko eno mu clinic eno gyogenda mu clinic n'okola appointment oba walk-in bwe bagukujjako fe bannani medical lab ne tujja bannani medical gundi bannani medical driver ne tujja ne tugunona ne tugutwala ku lab ennene kakati nkiddamu teriyo musaayi gwe bakeberera ku lab mu ddwaliro kisoboka
Abannayuganda abandaba yenza abuuza Haji alina musango ki if the kids are not him
musango
if the kids are not his both legally and biologically haja alina musango ki
kakati banange babuuzizaako and happy new year
omukazi we yajja ku interview yali tazze kwogera ku haji
n'ekirala zingakaawo nziremu kano bannanga abantu abandaba waliwo omuntu agambye mbu hospitals have labs. That is 100% true. Hospitals have labs. Naye bannanga abantu abandaba hospital siye kujjako a DNA mwekake mutegeere.
DNA is different from
DNA is different from labs ezeddwaliro.
Kakati
mutegedde
Eyokola siye
Eyokola HIV.
Eddwaliro lisobola okukola HIV nga bakujjako oli mulwadde oli mu emergency. That's okay.
Yeah.
The same way you cannot go to Mulago to do a DNA is the same way you cannot go to an American hospital to do a DNA. It is the same
just
reason
like that.
why.
Thank you.
It is the same reason why there are hospitals for DNA. Kampala. They are called laboratories. Okay, true lady, tugende mass. Oyogerera wala.
True lady jamu iya senti.
Banange mu following account eno bambi abantu laba mu following mugitapinge. Tugende mass.
Am I clear right now?
Yeah.
Another thing, abantu bakusindikira other labs bakusindikira kit ne bakulagirira how to collect the samples.
Exactly.
After you collect them, you send them.
Send them, yeah.
You still don't get results in 2 to 3 days. No way. Genda maso, truly.
Banange true lady omusango gukuzize jamu bu iya.
True lady tetukuwulira.
Remove your ear.
Tetukuwulira.
Use normal phone. Remove your earpiece.
We cannot hear you, madam. Obasoka oveko ode.
Nze Senga kyembadde mbuuza ono omukyala Hajjati yasooka kuloga haji wano we yagendera India omulundi ogwokubiri nga talina consent ya haji. Yali amanyi byagenda okukola India haji agenda mmala gakkiriza bukiriza
dogo. Era haji yakkiriza haji
yakiriza
yamubuuza wageza ate nga toli nange aja tamugamba nedda olaba eddwaliro lyagambye they don't need you already balina ki
femenezo.
Yes. Ate Hajjati kirabika kiwoomamu.
Ya kirabika.
Kirabika kiwoomamu.
Senga tekiwooma kirogo.
Abakazi bawooma.
Neewuunya omuntu atasteekamu ssente omulundi ogwokubiri ate yatugamba nti biri expensive nnyo. Ng'ate atulaga si yali afandi nga yali talina ssente omukyala.
Ulira. Haji. Bamukwata aido bamugamba all that Hajjat needs is to go back. He doesn't have to pay for anything.
Oh.
Olira. Ebyo bi screenshot bya kunasa.
Atuleetera amaloboozi.